Alright folks, so here we are building the gantry crane. So I got my one 8-foot beam cut in half in the 4-foot lengths. I got my 12-foot beam cut in the 6-foot lengths. There's the other one. The other 4-footer is in there. Gotta pull that out. That's gonna go here. I'm gonna show you cutting 4x4s in half. This is extreme DIY. If you don't know how to cut 6x6 beams in half, this channel is not for you. You are looking to kill yourself. Alright, so step number one, you gotta square these up. Get you a nice big square. This is a drywall square. Got it at Harbor Freight. Pretty cheap. I want to say it was like $20. Used it a bunch of times already for all kinds of things other than drywall. So you want to put it on that edge there and then get it where it's perfectly square, as square as possible. That way you don't have any tilties where you're going to be putting weight on there, because that is going to pre-stress your joint, and you don't want that. No good. Once you do that, like I said, I bought these plates. You're going to line them up as best you can, centered, looking like that right there. So I put this center line of screw holes on this crease, centered it side to side, and then scribed around the outside with a pencil. I didn't want to put too many screw holes in here. I didn't want to fill this up with screws because I didn't want to separate the grains of this wood, because I'm going to be doing this on both sides. So I did one of these each on the outside and this one in the middle, because there's 5 holes. I put one in the middle there. Same thing up here. Marked out the holes with the pencil. Move this. Drill pilot holes on your previously marked positions, and then put your plate back on there and start screwing it in. You're not going to want to run each screw home again. If you're here, you're probably not a beginner, and I probably don't need to tell you this. Do your outside corners first, get it lined up, and then start working your way in. That way it keeps everything nice and straight, pulls it all together. Once you get them like halfway in, all of them, then start running them home. And when you're done, it should look like this one. They're a little sunk in there. It's good, perfect, because over top of this, like I said, we're going to put 5-ply corner braces. So that concludes this part of the video. I'm going to get to putting this other one on, and then I'm going to cut out those corner pieces and show you how I'm going to put those on. One tip, okay, because these beams are heavy, put them on like a 2x4 or something. Something that you can put consistently all the way around so that it's all level. This minimizes if you got a rock or something that it's going to mess you up. And then when you go to lift this, because we have to put these pieces on in the middle, halfway there, that's where it's going to sit. So we're going to have to lift this whole piece up. For that, you might going to want some friends. But I purchased recently from a guy that I worked with this tractor over here. So I'm thinking, and I'm working it out in my brain as I'm doing this, how I'm going to use this to lift that. I might not even need it, but it would surely be way more convenient to do so. So we're going to do these brackets and the corner braces on one side, and then we're going to flip it, and then we're going to do the other side, and then we're going to pick the whole thing up and set it down on those pieces and do the same thing, metal bracket and then the wooden corner piece. So that's what I'm doing. Yep, let's get to it. Alright, so here is the final bit for this part. This is the piece that I was talking about making. This is 2 feet by 2 feet by Pythagorean theorem. Figure that out. what do we do from this point? So, because this is just here. So I'm going to line it up nice and straight till it feels right on the outside there. Obviously the little overhang, this doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be functional. So that looks pretty good right there. What I'm going to do is get my air nailer, tack it in place, like that. And then, probably going to take my square, like so, and line it up so I know where the edge of the board is, like this. Scribe a line, and then zigzag some screws all the way down. And then the same thing, well that's backwards, but you get the gist of it. Square it off there, scribe a line, zigzag some screws all the way down. If you hit metal, obviously you're not going to be able to screw through there, so don't worry about it. Skip to the next screw. And then in here, this area is going to be blank. I'm going to hole saw a hole in there so that we have possibly another point, like a sideways pulling point. To it's not going to take any real load, but you can swing the load towards you if you want to do that. If not, it's a good place to hang a chain, other rigging gear, so it'll be a nice little storage location for that stuff. And then what I was talking about before, once we get it up and both sides on, I'm going to put a board across this face right here, across this one and the one on the opposite side, and we're going to nail those in place. You're not supposed to nail into this bit, but we're going to, because it's not going to be a load-bearing piece. Its only function is going to be to prevent the squish this way. If this is under stress and it gets pushed in, it could catastrophically fail and everything else will go. So its only job is going to be to separate or hold together those two pieces, the two corner brackets. Alright, and we'll get there. We'll get there. I got a vision. We're working on it. But this is the rest of this part of the video. I'm going to go ahead and put these on, and then maybe I'll come back and summarize what I did in the last episode of Hillbilly Mad Extreme DIY, something like that. Anyways, hope you guys learned something. Hope you have a outstanding day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.